What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 5 of my Let's Play on DW20 1.12.2 pack. And I think I may have just found the rarest mob ever. A baby chicken zombie, or a baby zombie chicken jockey that's also a baby villager. I've literally never seen that before. And it's terrifying. It was chasing me all over. Creeper was blocking the door to get in the building. It was quite frightening. I built this little building because I was standing here kind of semi-AFK and a creeper blew me up. Good times. Didn't die, but whatever. So, I've just recently updated the pack to the beta of version 1.2, I guess. And they've increased the MeeCreeps functionality even more. Now, I may regret doing this when it's nighttime, because it might dig through my wall. But,
Ew, I'm Mr. MeeCreeps.
you can now dig down to bedrock using stairs. Let me see, what direction am I facing? I'm facing south.
Ew, I'm Mr. MeeCreeps. Look at me.
Bedrock to the south.
Yes, sirree.
And what?
Hi,
can't
I'm
you
Mr.
find-
MeeCreeps.
Okay, you're just being dumb, Mr. MeeCreeps, because it was right there in that crate. So, yeah, Mr. MeeCreeps will now build down to bedrock, digging his way down and making the stairs as he goes. All you gotta do is give him some materials. So I'm gonna try and... Oh, did it work out just perfect? Yeah, that'll work. So, now the one thing I will say is, I don't like the... I always dig my stairs so that they're 5 high, before I put the stairs in. So that means that after the stairs are in, you have 4 blocks above any given stair. 1, 2, this only has 3, see? Welcome back, everybody. Not sure what exactly happened there. Been having a little bit of issues with my OBS, which is what I use, Open Broadcaster Software, which is what I use to record. For some reason, it was cutting off recordings. Cut off the first one after 2 minutes, and then after that it was only going for 2 seconds. So I restarted, and now it seems to be fine. Yeah, so in the meantime, about an hour, or 45 minutes at least, has passed since the last video. And so right afterwards, when I thought I was recording, I made the ranged pump, which you make by, it's pretty straightforward. I had all the materials there in my inventory. I also made a magmatic generator, which required making this guy, which turned into the furnace generator, which I turned into the magmatic. I had all the mats for that too, so that was pretty straightforward. So then I was trying to make an ender tank, which and I forgot that I didn't have the blaze rods, so I had all the other mats, but I didn't have the blaze rods. So I went to the nether to try and go get the blaze rods, and that was quite the fiasco. Took me a while to find another fortress because I hadn't found one on this map yet. And then was fighting blazes and wither skeletons and all that sort of stuff. At one point was fighting 3 blazes, and a gas started shooting at me, and that was all she wrote. Ended up dying. Found my way back with some new armor. Then was trying to fight the blazes again at a spawner. Died. And right next to the spawner, ran back naked, thinking, oh, I'll just go in there real quick and grab my stuff. And 2 wither skeletons spawned right on the steps of the blaze spawner where my corpse or my body was. So tried to run away, then 2 wither skeletons had spawned right behind me while I ran up to the blaze spawner. So anyway, it was quite the fiasco. Went back, got my body, grab a diamond sword, got my body, and yeah, that pretty much catches you up to where we are now. So gonna make an ender tank. I don't know why it's not allowing me to shift click in when I have. But see, when you use the orange wool, it makes them orange, and that's what I like to use personally for my lava tank. I've also made a little bit of a basement here. This is just where I'm going to do some of my preliminary power gen. So we'll put that guy down. Ender tanks are pretty darn cool. When you put them down, and they're both any tanks that are the same color, and you can dye those 3 little buttons on top just by using standard Minecraft dyes. Those any tanks that have the same colors will be linked, and we'll share the where anywhere in the world, in any dimension. So it's pretty slick. Carved this staircase out after the last episode, so I brought the stairs back with me. Halfway there, roughly. Arc. Where's my pick? Oh, I forgot to repair it. Yeah, I really love this dank knoll, though. It is very, very handy. Allows you to put, up to 3,200 for this tier, which is one of the higher tiers. Well, it's this diamond tier, which is the second to highest. So that's, 3,200 is basically 50 stacks, is kind of where that number comes from, I believe. That was weird. Yeah, and so like the first one only allows you to put down. I don't know why that's happening with those. It's very strange. So yeah, this is my little lava gen house that I built, if you will. So we're just gonna break out one of those guys and do this knot with our cursor over the hole, just in case. So if you put this pump down, it's got no energy, but the beauty is if you drop a magmatic on top of it and then dump a bucket of lava in the magmatic just to get it started, the magmatic will feed energy directly into the pump, and these ranged pumps are really nice. See, they automatically replace whatever lava they move. They replace it with stone, which is nice. It means that the nether doesn't end up with a bunch of just awful looking stuff. And then I thought this guy, oh, derp. Don't be a derp, and it'll work right. So just put this right next to that their pump, and it'll suck the lava right in. All nice and self-contained, and you can see that it's moving along relatively quickly. So we'll just fill that in. Oops. derps. Okay, so now we have a perfectly self-contained little setup. It's just filling that buffer. Uses, you know, a bucket of water or a bucket of lava, or sorry, only 50 millibuckets of lava. Works for 6.25 seconds, makes 5,000 RF at 40 RF a tick. So it's not super fast, but it's plenty fast to be able to keep up with this. The only thing we want to make sure and do is we'll go in here, and of course did not, what is it, F3G? Good. At least did that much. I was not smart about where I located this thing, but it's at least in this one chunk. So if I just load this chunk where I am right now, so that's just a click and then a shift click, and that makes it chunk loaded. Now I can turn off F3G, and I can head on home. So now, that orange tank that I set at home will have infinite lava coming through it. And I suppose technically it's not infinite, but that ranged pump has a range of a couple hundred blocks in each direction, if I recall correctly. So, I mean, you can think about how much lava that is in the nether, and then you just have to move your setup. No big deal. So now if we go down here, this tank will have lava in it. Ta-da! So, the plan that I'd like to use is I'd like to make some more magmatic generators. And the beauty is that I now can grab as much lava as I want. So if I grab that out, then pop up here. Need some of that, some of that, some of that, and a little more of that. And then we'll go over here and just go magmatic. And I actually have 3 of these machine blocks. I suppose 3 magmatics. That'd be 120 RF. Let's see. So then I just got to make some furnaces. Of course, there's always make more than you need. So go like this, toss that in. Don't be a derp. Alright, so now you got those guys, and can set them up right here. Okay, and then if you flip this, that allows it to pump lava out. But we are going to have to make some pipe. And the thermodynamics piping, or fluid duct I should say, the basic one will not work if you put lava in it. It actually breaks. So you end up having to make hardened. But if we look at hardened, that requires us to make hardened glass, which requires more than what we have right now. So it's quite complicated. So the easier route to go at this point in the game is to use the pipes from extra utilities, which are much more straightforward. They just take some stone slabs and some glass and some redstone. I don't know if I have any cooked stone at the moment. Yeah, I do. So 1, 2, 3. And if you just, it's kind of funny, like only 3. Let's see, that, Might be the other way. We can remember if we need 1 or 2 glass. Not used to this thing. Okay, yeah, it's this way. Bam. You get 64 of them. So, these guys allow you to make transfer nodes for items or transfer nodes for fluids. So now I need a couple more stone. 1, 2. And just go to the next page. Click. So now I've got 63 of my pipes and a transfer node. The transfer nodes are only required when you want to suck a liquid out of something. So if I just connect these pipes and throw that guy there, bam. Now these guys are not tremendously fast, so it's going to try and fill up the buffer initially, but as you can see, it's fast enough to keep up with, it's going faster than the magmatic needs, which is basically it's 50 millibuckets every 6¼ seconds. So this one should also, yeah, see, it's still able to keep up. So it should be able to keep up with all 3 of those. I think it could probably even do 4. I just didn't make the 4th magmatic because I only had 3 of the machine blocks handy. Yeah, see, it's already, it won't be perfect, but it works. Now, if we go into thermal again, duct, what we're going to make are these leadstone flux ducts. They're quite easy. Just some redstone and some lead. I don't know that I have any ingots made yet. What would a block be? 18. That'll work. Throw this in here. Alright. So 18 of those will give me 4 blocks. Might as well farm this. No real reason to, but better to stay ahead of the food production than it is to get behind on it. Alright, so that lead's been melted down. Lead's quite fast, if I recall correctly, so just dump a couple of them out. Yeah, see, it's quite quick to make. So now we can go. I need more glass, don't I? Or I can make them solid. Oh no, you can't, not with these. So it's 1 glass. Let's grab a bunch. And there we go. Some leadstone flux ducts. These will transfer the power. And it's turning them on because it's filling this flux duct. They each will hold 15,000. And so those are just going to go until they turn themselves back off again. So now, it'd be nice to have some sort of power storage. And what are they called? Cells. So not sure what those frames are for. Oh, there we go. Energy cell frame. And then you can upload these, or upgrade these, just like, what the? Holding 4. 3 million versus 2 million. Holding 1. Huh. I have not ever heard of that. Interesting. How do you make a holding book? Interesting. Alright, so energy cell frame, pretty basic. It takes a lead gear, which is just 4 lead around an iron. Oops. Should probably make myself the wrench. I already have that in my inventory. 2, 3, 4. Boop. Alright. So then, should have all the mats do that. Electrum. So that's silver and gold. Pretty easy. Gold and silver. Just dump both those in there and it'll... other leads are done. Right, so drop silver and gold. Those will go in there and it's 4 o'clock. Can't sleep yet to get rid of this. Once those melt down, they'll mix together and make electrum. Easy peasy. Let's see, it's already happening. Not instantaneous or anything, but we'll just put electrum down the bottom there. Now you can see we got 4 ingots. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so got our electrum. That was for our redstone energy coil or whatever. That. Got one of them. Alright, now we got our basic energy cell. Holds 2 million. That's pretty sweet. It's a good buffer. That'll take a little bit to fill it. At 40 RF a tick. Let's see. Is it going up? Yep, it's going up. So right now it's accepting on all sides and outputting on the bottom is how it's defaulted to. If you shift click, you can turn them all off. And now you can see, okay, it's not going up at all. But we want it to still go up, so we'll do that. And all 3 of these are going to feed into that one energy cell. And you can use the upgrades, which take invar, which isn't too bad to make. Molten invar. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, alloying is just iron. Oops. Iron and nickel is what you need, and I think it's, let's see, 188 millibuckets. Alright, so basically it's iron and nickel. I should have both those. So nickel, iron. Nickel. Screw it. So if we make this hardened upgrade, it'll automatically upgrade that in place. Don't have to do anything. Oh, this takes bronze too. Let's see, bronze. It's just copper and tin. Do I have any copper or tin? I think I found some in chests at the very least. 1, 2, just go. Choo, choo. A little bit of bronze, just enough for a gear. Do that just to clean up this inventory a bit. I'll need one of them. Need a couple redstone. Glass. That goes in there. That goes. Don't need electrum right now. Put this in there. That in there. Furnaces can go in there. I don't know if I can eat this. Alright. As you can see, that guy's starting to fill up. How much do we have so far? We're getting closer to 1 million. Let's see. I'm gonna run back out here, that Invar. Oh, right. Ran out of lava. Derp. Good thing I have an infinite amount now. Grab a bucket. Alright. There we go. Might as well make my bronze gear while I'm at it. Just need Invar and a redstone, so we'll go there. That guy. And Invar. Cool. So I threw in what? 2. I think it was only 2 pieces of nickel. You know what? Where did I put that nickel? I think I'm just going to do that, and that way it should hopefully be an even number. But I can dump out a whole block all at once. That'll be sweet. Should be enough Invar. Oh, shit. Alright, so then we'll just do this. Got some Invar. Might as well just make a bunch of it, because you use it for everything. All these upgrades to hardened. Bam. Alright, now that guy can hold 8 million. He used to only be able to hold 2 million. Can also transfer a lot more, but that's not really a concern for us. But yeah, just let these guys chug along. They'll be able to keep going. Now the reinforced starts taking the hardened, and so you know, that's more of a pain. But yeah, at least we have basic power gen going. I think next step I'd like to be able to do is get some ore processing going on, because that's automatic, so that I don't have to mess with the smeltery, because it's a pain in the ass. And so I'll probably use the thermal expansion machines to do that. That's kind of the main mod in this that I haven't used in a while, so I kind of want to use it for the most part. Yeah, so let's see. I threw in 42 total ingots worth of Invar, of 42 nickel ore, or 21 nickel ore. Yeah, I don't remember. Sorry. Yeah, so I have quite a few blocks of Invar. That'll come in handy. And it had 6 extra ingots worth. So I'm just gonna make 6 ingots, and then I'll be able to dump the rest out with blocks, because the blocks take forever to cool off. That's 3. 4. 5. 6. Yeah, see, that's not even done cooling yet. And alright. So, this episode got some stuff done, got our power gen started, which will be nice. I don't know if I want to do any sort of sorting system, or if I just want to kind of basically dive right into using refined storage. Since I have power, there's really not a lot to refined storage that's too complicated. You gotta make the silicone, or silicon rather. There's 2 ways you can make it. Let's see, that's the one. You can just smelt nether quartz and turn it into silicon. The AE2 version takes that. Now, one thing I saw, there's this material stonework factory. Saw System Collapse make this. Actually, I hadn't seen this before, and it's kind of overpowered for making this stuff. So I might need to make one of them, just so I don't have to worry about silicon. It's pretty straightforward, but that does take getting into industrial foregoing, which isn't real complicated. There's a couple of machines you have to make, and then you basically have everything else is just kind of standard mats. Need 1 diamond for that, and then have to make, might just dive right into refined storage. We have a pretty decent amount of mats. We have MeeCreeps to be able to get more mats relatively easily. And yeah, so in between episodes, might do some more mining, and maybe I'll do some of the start setup for refined storage. I might make some of the what am I looking for here? These solderers. Make some of them, which just require quartz enriched iron and a couple of sticky pistons. I should go up to one of the slime islands real quick, and get some trees. If I just do, let me think. I like to make a scaffold up. Yeah, so it takes 4. And then I'm probably gotta go up 60 something, so I need like 16 combines times 3. I need 48. Is that right? And then might as well just make a couple stacks. Because that way, until I get flight, I can just climb up to the slime island if I need to. Again, I don't think I'll need to climb up there a bunch because I'm going to grab the tree saplings while I'm up there. And that way... Oh no, skeleton, why? Let's see. Over here. Creeper, leave me alone. Creeper, no creeping. Wow, I was a lot further from that than I thought. Derp. What? Why isn't it letting me build more? Is there a limitation? Must not let you go that far horizontal. Learn something new every day. Now, this dank knoll, like if you're over here and hold shift, it brings up that internal menu. But if you're actually sneaking out over air, it knows that, see, like there, I wasn't sneaking over air, so it didn't place the block. Alright, so now, oh man, what a wimpy little, well, that sucks. Let's see, I have a regular axe in here, don't I? Oh no, it's right there. So, just break my way right in here. Such a funky noise. So that's kind of weird. It like spawned the tree in the slime water. So if I want to be able to plant these, I gotta grab some slimy grass or slimy dirt, I guess. Kind of strange. Let's see. So. Guess I'll just. as well just grab a bunch. I don't know why it's just sticking around. It's annoying me. So, let's see. Grab this guy, drop that down, and then grab some of them. I think it's like this. Yeah. The best. And then, how do you make... That's what I want. Oh, I need some string. I don't make string on me, do I? Nope. So yeah, now with my handy dandy new slime boots, oh, I could have jumped off into that water anyway, but this is more fun. Alright, now, let's see, no spiders, but I probably got some string in here. Alright, let's see, 1, 2, damn it. Not used to this. Let's see, what was it like? This way. There we go. And now I have the best way to get across my little river over there. Whoops. Or the best way to get on top of the tree. You know, don't bounce into the lava. Oh, that's another thing you guys missed. Killed myself with lava horrifically in the mining world, which was pretty hilarious, but rather disheartening. Pretty pissed. Anyway, I think that's about what I wanted to accomplish. Next episode, we will work on getting ore processing and maybe refined storage set up, because I think I'm just going to skip some of the more manual storage methods, or maybe I'll integrate some of them with refined storage. Haven't really decided yet. Yeah, that's all for now. Catch you guys later.